$76 million in just 3 days. That's how much Jeff Bezos, the world's richest groom, reportedly spent on his wedding. And when you hear what went down, you'll understand why this event is being called the most stunning wedding of all time. We're talking private islands, A-list performances, helicopters, fireworks that could light up an entire city, and a guest list that reads like a billionaire's phone book. In today's videos, we're breaking down exactly how Bezos pulled off the $76 million wedding spectacle that shocked the world, and what made it unlike any wedding you've ever seen. Jeff Bezos isn't just another billionaire. He's the billionaire, the man who reshaped retail, launched rockets into space, and turned Amazon into a household necessity. So when news broke about his wedding, the world already knew it was going to be huge. But no one was ready for just how massive it would actually become. The wedding kicked off not in a hotel ballroom or a countryside estate, but on a secluded private island in the Mediterranean. Bezos didn't just book a venue. He rented the entire island for 3 days straight. That meant shutting down local tourism, hiring a fleet of private security guards, and even coordinating with governments to restrict airspace. Helicopters patrolled the skies. Speedboats circled the shore. It was like Fort Knox, but with palm trees and champagne. The price tag for just securing the location? About $12 million. That covered the exclusive rental on-call luxury staff and a small army of event coordinators who worked around the clock. For Bezos, this wasn't just a wedding. It was a launch of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. At any normal wedding, you might worry about seating your cousin next to someone they don't like. But Bezos' seating chart? That was a billionaire puzzle. The guest list read like the front page of Forbes. Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, and even Hollywood icons like Leonardo DiCaprio and George Clooney. Tech titans, media moguls, celebrities, and royalty all RSVP'd yes. Getting them there was a mission of its own. Bezos reportedly chartered dozens of private jets to fly in attendees from across the globe. Some came on their own mega yachts, docking alongside Bezos' $500 million superyacht, the Karoo. Special terminals at airports were reserved just for this wedding traffic. The cost of transport and logistics? A cool $8 million. And that doesn't include accommodations. Each guest stayed in 5-star villas or luxury yachts anchored offshore, all fully covered. In other words, Bezos didn't just invite you, he rolled out the most luxurious red carpet in history. Now, let's talk about the actual ceremony. If you're picturing a simple altar with a few flowers, think again. Bezos transformed the island into a paradise straight out of a movie set. The centerpiece was a custom-built glass dome constructed right on the beach, offering panoramic views of the Mediterranean sunset. This wasn't a rental, it was engineered for the wedding, designed to be assembled, used once, and then dismantled. Estimated cost? Around $10 million just for the structure. Inside, the floor was lined with imported marble from Italy. The aisle? Carpeted with orchids. Over 1 million rare orchids were flown in from Thailand on temperature-controlled cargo jets, costing an estimated $4 million. But Bezos didn't stop there. He hired an Italian design house to craft a massive crystal-encrusted wedding arch, think chandelier meets cathedral, except outdoors. The lighting setup alone, designed by the same team behind the Olympic Games, turned the night into a glowing wonderland. This wasn't decor. It was an art installation worth millions. Most couples hire a band, or maybe a DJ, to keep the dance floor alive. But Bezos went several levels beyond. For the ceremony, the legendary Andrea Bocelli performed live, his voice echoing across the island. During dinner, Coldplay took the stage for an intimate concert. And the headliner for the after-party? None other than Beyoncé, performing a full set just feet away from the guests. The combined cost of booking these artists? Roughly $15 million. And that doesn't include the custom-built stage, sound engineering, or private rehearsal sessions. And when the music ended, the skies lit up. Bezos commissioned a fireworks show so massive it rivaled the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Choreographed in music, the display featured drones painting patterns in the sky, with bursts visible for miles. Locals described it as a second sun rising. The cost? Around $3 million for just 20 minutes of pure spectacle. Bezos didn't just provide entertainment. He delivered a once-in-a-lifetime show. The menu was as outrageous as the guest list. Celebrity chefs from around the globe were flown in to design a rotating culinary experience that lasted the full 3 days. We're talking truffle-infused dishes, lab-grown Wagyu beef served alongside caviar, and desserts plated with actual 24-karat edible gold. Even the champagne wasn't ordinary. Guests sipped on Armand de Brignac Brut Gold, bottles retailing at $1,000 each, while servers carried trays of rare vintage wines worth more than most cars. The catering bill alone is estimated to have hit $10 million. And here's the kicker. Every dish was customized to guest preferences. Attendees filled out detailed menus weeks in advance, and chefs made sure everyone's food was exactly as requested, whether vegan, gluten-free, or impossible-to-find delicacies. On top of that, the couple gave away luxury wedding favors, not candles or chocolates, but engraved Swiss watches and custom jewelry. For Bezos, the wedding wasn't just about the food. It was about sending people home with memories and keepsakes that screamed opulence. When the last firework faded and the final glass of champagne was poured, guests left not just talking about wedding, but about history. Bezos' 3-day celebration is now estimated at $76 million total, making it one of the most expensive weddings ever recorded. That equivalent to about 760 average weddings in the U.S. combined. But here's the thing. For Jeff Bezos, $76 million is pocket change. His net worth grows by billions each year. In fact, he could host a wedding like this every month for the rest of his life and still never run out of money. For some, this level of extravagance feels excessive. For others, it's a once-in-a-lifetime expression of love. But no matter which side you fall on, one fact remains. Jeff Bezos' wedding has cemented its place in the books as the most stunning, extravagant wedding of all time. Beyond the fireworks, the orchids, and the $76 million bill, Bezos' wedding wasn't just a personal milestone, it set a new benchmark for what wealth can buy. Luxury wedding planners are already calling to Bezos' standard, a level of extravagance that future billionaires will struggle to match. It wasn't just a party. It was a statement of power, love, and limitless resources. Whether admired or criticized, this wedding will be remembered for decades. So was it over the top? Absolutely. Was it unforgettable? Without question. And love it or hate it, Jeff Bezos' wedding may go down as the most extravagant celebration of all time. What do you think? Would you spend $76 million if you had it, or would you keep it simple? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of the ultra-rich. See you next time.